Hi, Madalena here. I'm going to show you how to create a choppy short fringe. We're going to start from this fringe and then we're going to go into a very layered and chopped middle forehead fringe. So stay with me and see the transformation. So what I'm trying to create is I'm trying to go back to creating the triangle, so the top of the fringe and the base. So that's why I wet it down so it's a little easier. I'm trying to make it as even as possible on both sides. As you can see, we've got the top of the fringe and the base of the fringe. And the key with this fringe is that we're trying to create an intentional irregularity and controlled unevenness throughout the fringe. We're going to cut the fringe somewhere halfway through the forehead, and we're going to create that deliberate and not accidental kind of choppiness throughout the hair. So I'm going to start cutting a little bit lower than what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking halfway through the forehead, but I'm just going to go lower and a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit more. This is not going to be round, so I'm not going to try to create a round fringe. It's going to be pretty much going all the way right. So I'm curious to see how much is going to bounce, because obviously this is a training head. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I want to see how much is lifting actually. So I'm going to go a little bit more. So this type of fringe is quite edgy. I think you have to have the personality for this kind of fringe. It's quite edgy and bold. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to layer it. I'm going to do the same thing as we did previously. So we're going to take the section in the middle, lifting it up 90 degrees, removing that there. I'm going to do the same with the next section. And the same with the other section. Lifting it up and removing that. Right, so now to create a little bit more texture, I'm just going to grab my razor, and now I'm just going to create a little bit of texture and, as I said, irregularities, and not a lot, just a little bit, just to break that line there. So I'm elevating the hair and I'm just sliding. Now the only time I wouldn't do this haircut would be if someone has really strong cow slick and very thin front really, so you wouldn't do, this fringe wouldn't really work. So it has to be someone that has quite a lot of hair here at the front. And so this is very visual as well. You're not following any, just kind of breaking down, creating that, as I said, unevenness there. So I'm going to start drying it now, and I'm just going to see how it's looking and possibly cut into it a little bit more. Right, so next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest my scissors onto the client's forehead. It's a lot more difficult on a doll's head. So that's what you would do really. So you want to make sure the line is as straight as possible, but also not putting tension on the hair. And also bear in mind this is a doll's head, so it's a lot more difficult. The hair doesn't really sit the way you want it. I mean, that can happen on someone's hair anyway because of the growth patterns. Right, I'm gonna go through where my fringes, you can see where my layers are. So the layers are sitting there somewhere. I'm just gonna thin them out a little bit. You can see it's lifting over there. So another very important thing about this fringe is that it has to be fuller, it has to be thicker, so it wouldn't be wispy and fine. So it's normally quite a full thick fringe coming from quite far back. And now we're going to create that choppiness on the fringe. So I'm just going to go with my scissors in a little bit on a side. And you can also slide your scissors down on the hair as well. So yeah, sliding it all the way down. I hope you liked this video. So the fringe is choppy, it's quite short as well. This kind of fringe works for someone that has thick hair, a very creative haircut, a lot of texture, someone that likes a lot of texture, and a very different haircut, shall I say. If you find this video helpful, please share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.